Hey folks, it's Lillian of Chinese Characteristics. Wanted to walk you through the Pinduoduo landing page as a proxy for how that I think they are thinking about their strategy now. So let me just quickly take you through kind of what I view as the big areas. So right at the top, you have buttons for different categories, such as menswear, women's wear, goods, sporting wear, etc. Then I think this is more the traditional bread and butter of what we think about when we think about Pinduoduo traditionally, such as social e-commerce here in the elusive circle space, and then very cheap, time-sensitive goods, as well as more functional offerings such as vouchers, as well as ability to save on different goods here. And then it actually gets more interesting as we sort of move down the page. So you notice right at the middle of the page is Dodo Meicai, which is, and note here, this is not technically community group buying, but it is Pinduoduo offering cheaply priced groceries that any one of their consumers can come and buy. As we have discussed in community group buying, typically for other players such as Meituan or Didi, they would have this in a separate app or potentially accessible in a mini app, not quite in the main app. It's really interesting that Pinduoduo decides to give, essentially like the prime real estate on the landing page to essentially their grocery offering, and that is very much reflected in their new updated mission for themselves to be the biggest grocery platform on the planet in the next few years. And then as we move down the page, this is Baiyi Butier, which means millions worth of subsidies, which I think hints at Pinduoduo's ambition to move up the value chain, especially in the hearts of consumers, because it means you can buy verified goods for much cheaper than on other platforms, and that's because Pinduoduo has gone out and subsidized these products on behalf of the consumers. So you can buy these top of the line iPods for 1,000 something RMB, which is much cheaper than you would be able to get them from other channels. But these are also verified as well, so shoppers can feel like they're getting a great deal for a fraction of the price. And then as we kind of move down the page, you have more entertainment focused offerings in my mind. So this is where it looks a lot more like Taobao, where they're suggesting goods to you based on your previous browsing patterns, as well as what's in season. So right now, cherries is in season in China, so they're pushing a whole bunch of cherries for me. And right at the bottom of the page, kind of where no one's quite noticing it, I think that's where they're kind of having fun a bit. So this is the home button. This is apparently currently a function they're rolling out in beta testing to only some users, which is Pinduoduo's short video function, which is a direct competitor with Kuaishou and Douyin. And we'll go into that in a bit, but you actually just see all types of content that's not really related to commerce at all. It's just they're purely for entertainment. And this is a mini game that involves you and your friends, where you shake your phones and they will give you cash. We're not able to play that because I don't have friends around me who can shake and play for cash at the moment. But let me just take you through some of the top buttons really quickly so you also see how it looks. Something else I want to highlight, as we'll kind of see, is that sometimes things pop up. The whole experience on Pinduoduo is very gamified. So here we're in the circles. This is kind of like almost like a moments equivalent for WeChat, or maybe a feed relative to what you'd see in Facebook, but you can sort of see what people around you have bought that are your friends, and maybe other deals you want to get into. You can create deals with your friends, and then that's why you can see all of that. Here are some daily deals on this button that tells you, hey, today there's discounts on food and tissues, and these are 60% of people have already bought this and there's only this much left, so get in while you still can. A lot of these kind of FOMO features that are slightly gamified, as we've discussed previously, to really sort of get you incentivized to make purchasing decisions right now. And these other features, this is discovery of what's good, what's interesting on the platform, Oh, this is interesting. So